Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm your host, Siren Frost. And all that good jazz. I don't know why it took me so long to do that whole intro thing again, but anyways, I know we just barely got done with our Hexorb Sorceress deck profile just not that long ago. But in this video, for our part 2 deck profile video for this week's video, we're going to be doing the updated deck profile video of Star Power featuring our beloved own Daybreak leader, Mirei Minae, how you want to pronounce her name, who the fucking cares at this point. But Mirei really caught my interest and caught my eye the most. Not my interest, she's too young for me. But she caught my eye with her background. In Season 2, she was the main antagonist for this show, of course. But I think what really kind of draws me to her, she's not really an antagonist. She's just someone who had a very misunderstood kind of part of the game. She felt very lonely. She had nobody to really call herself. She was just an heiress to the Minae clan. So, and her brother was the only one that actually loved and cared about her, but he abandoned her. And even right now, I still don't like the name Nagosugo, Minae, because that's just not him. I like him, Donji Momoyama. So, I guess that just makes him more unique and a great big brother and all. But when I saw her deck profile, Bavsargra, I think I fell in love with it on the spot. And the sad truth is, this deck has become a lot more my main deck rather than Seraph Perlite. Or Seraph Purelight. That, to me alone, was a big shocker. Because my main deck, when I first started Overdress, was actually Seraph Snow. So now the fact that I have another female deck that is basically Bavsargra and Love Dragon Empire, it's just like, okay, maybe I'll switch over to this deck. It feels way more fun. It's more understanding. And believe it or not, you guys, I have a tattoo of a dragon right here. It's a small little dragon. So it's my very first tattoo. I just got it when I was around 22, 23. So like 10 years ago. Fun and all. But I think dragons for me, and since my main ace avatar for the V Premium was Lukier, she's a dragon queen, dragon empress, dragon tamer, everything has to do with dragons. Like, obviously, I'm in love with her. I'm obsessed with Lukier. And I think this kind of hits me more at home because Bavsargra herself is not a dragon. She's a human being, or a goddess. But her units, however, are all dragon types. And I think it's very hilarious that this is reminding me of the Seal Dragon deck itself back in the V Premium set. So, it's an honor for me to do this deck profile itself. And the thing is, these sleeves are actually on Team Daybreak sleeves. So, I actually got them ordered in. And I want to do all these Daybreak sleeves for the decks now I have. So, that's a good thing. So, now, without any further ado, let's get on to this deck profile video. And again, guys, if you like the content that I do create on this channel, please subscribe to the channel. It means so much more to me than you can really ever imagine. Because it shows that I'm doing very good in my work. And I'm doing something very special with myself. Doing these for you guys, it keeps me the reason to do this. But let's be honest here. The main reason why I like doing these YouTube videos, these deck profile videos, is another platform for me to use to express myself as a player. And people can say I'm a failure as one. No, I'm not really a failure. You are. To those who actually said that, of course. So, enough chatter. Let's hop into the deck profile video in honor of Mirei Minae, Seal Blaze Dragon, or Seal Blaze Maiden Bavsargra. Now, for our right deck, we have Seal Blaze Dragon Arhinsa as our main one. Then we have Seal Blaze Dragon Namorkahr, which he finds you your 2 option cards, which is your arm cards, which is your Swayanbuh, the shield, and Prithvi for the sword. As long as you do a soul blast. So I guess the soul charge here is an essential for a reason. Then we got Halibadra for our grade 2 lineup. And then we got the main bitch herself, the Seal Blaze Maiden Bavsargra, the goddess of the seals. That sounds kind of stupid, but you know what I'm saying. But you get the gist of things. But yeah, this is the lineup right here. And unfortunately, the sad thing is, I don't think if Bavsargra will ever get a grade 4 cross ride of herself. Maybe she'll get one in the future as an exclusive card or whatnot. Because I want to see everyone get their full power, like eternal powers, their new evolution. And it just feels so amazing that these ones here are technically her. So Anissa, Namorkahr, Halibadra are all the same person as Bavsargra. So she started off as a dragon, became a kid, a teenager, and then an adult. But that's just my own way of saying it, I guess. But yeah, that is the lineup. And now for the grade 0 lineup for the main deck. It's similar to that of Varina's Trickstar kind of deck. So we have here 4 copies of Trickmoon. And so much like you use Trickstar, it's Trickmoon for Mirei as well. He's a new one from the set 4 collection. He's actually a pretty beastie one himself. I like him personally, so you know, it's all in good fun for the little Trickmoon card. And his skill is, when he's called to the center behind your rear guard, or behind your Vanguard, you can counter charge 1 card. And then, his power is called Dress Boost. So, Dress Boost is an ability where if Bavsargra has 1 or more arm cards. So it all comes down to the number of cards, of arm cards that she has on. So, if it's only 1, she gets only 10,000. If it's a full 2, 20,000 power is added to her. And that alone is a bitch. So your opponent will literally have to guard, or if it's early in the game and their damage is less than 3, they will have to play a no guard or a guard, you know, because this is going to be a hefty hit kind of thing. So that's just me. For triggers, of course, it wouldn't be a full Blaze Maiden deck if it wasn't for Blaze Maiden and Rona for our heal triggers. We have Flare Veil Dragon for our draw triggers, so 3 of them, for the shield value and the draw power itself. We have Burning Flail Dragon for our criticals, just because for the extra boosting of 2k power and the critical effect itself. 4 copies of Blaze Maiden Parama for our fronts, because of the 20k value shield she still has. And I never understand why people hate front triggers so damn much. These are the shit. Okay, they are awesome. The 20k extra is good to have on ya in case. Now, I would say, if you guys want to, take out the draw triggers instead and put 3 more crits in there. But that's just me, though, because I don't want to give up the front triggers. It's more important for me to have more fronts like this one, instead of, like, just draws and 8 crits or something like that. That sounds so boring. Like, that's no fun for me at all. And then finally, we have Dragveda for our over trigger, and this bitch is already like $24 because everybody's playing Bavsargra or Varina, you know, or the other stuff too. And plus, we're getting a 5th Dragon Empire ride line, which is Tamayura, which is the Fox Firefox, which I'm like, oh shit. Great. So now I have to start investing in that shit now, which is not fun, because I could barely handle investing in the Digimon more than Yu-Gi-Oh! But hey, you gotta do what you gotta do, right? We all gotta do something. Okay, so for grade 1s, this is really kind of practical. We're only playing 8 grade 1s in this deck. And I'm playing 4 copies of Seal Blaze Dragon Insita, just because I do love the effect that Insita brings out, which is for every... he gets 2,000 power for each arm card Bavsargra has on her. So it's a full, it's going to be 11k boost over an attack. So it adds more pressure for your opponent and also a good boosting ability. I know 7k, well, we all start from 7k, so I don't know why that's not a big of a deal. So, there you go. And then finally we're playing 4 Twin Buckler Dragons for our complete guards. So, it's nothing different here, but there's a reason why we're only playing 8. Because Insita is the main grade 1 you want to have in your deck because of that ability and that pressure point. That's for me personally. For grade 2, we're only playing 3 Halibadras, just because it just brings like more retro thing. But the thing is, I'm also very debating. and I'm conflicted with this because I don't like usually playing 3 grade 2s. I usually like playing more. But I read on Six Shanya's ability, he can discard an arms card from your hand to draw a card and get plus 5,000 power. If I really wanted to, I could take out these cards and put in Six Shanya. But then again, you need your arm cards in your hand just in case if you want to add more fuel. So, I guess 3 right now is for Halibadra. Good, golden, gooch, whatever. Now for grade 3s. You guys, god damn it, this is weird for me. I'm playing literally 15 grade 3s in this deck. 15, guys. This is a lot more I can chew off right now, among other things. But let's go through it anyways. And so, of course, it's standard to have the 3 copies of Bavsargra for Persona Reliability and the extra 10k shield. And so I misread on her last time I did a video about her. It's not soul blasting a card, it's soul charge a card from your top of your deck into her when you're going to call upon a grade 1 or less rear guard from your drop. So that was my bad, and unfortunately, that was an honest mistake. Okay, thank you! So, yeah, so that was my bad, you guys. So it's soul charge, not soul blast. And then when you do, you soul blast 1 card, and this is why I keep forgetting about this effect, because I was so focused on the critical ability, I forgot to say all your opponent's front row rear guards are retired. So that was my bad. So that's why it's best to learn from the first time and learn next time when you play it with some of your friends. So now I understand Bavsargra completely, and next time I'm going to whip somebody's ass in their fields. So they'll have to guard with more cards in their hand, because they're the... Okay, never mind. I need to stop singing. For the next grade 3, we're playing 3 copies of Seal Blaze Dragon Adarla. I've seen people on the internet play 4 of her, but I think 4 is a wee bit much, especially if you want to have more stuff to work with. So I think 3 is very much essential. What she does for her main purpose is, when she's placed on rearguard, counterblast 1, and search her drop zone for an arms card. Or, wait, let me read this carefully, guys, because she's from the Zephyr collection. When this unit is placed on rearguard, if your Vanguard has 1 arms, counterblast 1, choose an arms card from your hand or drop, and arm it to one of your Vanguards. During your turn, if your Vanguard has 2 or more arms, this unit gets plus 5,000 power. So it's an automatically 18k beat stick for your opponent to deal with as well. So again, it's just nice to read these cards carefully for me. I need to really read them properly. But so far, this is why I like to do my research more and read these more carefully. This deck is the shit for a reason, and I love them so much. And I actually do. Now, for the arms cards now, you guys, we're playing 4 copies of Seal Blaze Spear Athena or Adita. Okay, maybe right here. This one, what I love about this card more, and I think people like this card for a reason, is the fact that it costs 1 Counterblast, so if you may have a lot of Counterblast to spare, good for you. When this card is armed, you can draw a card, and you may play an additional arms card this turn. During your turn, this unit armed with this card gets plus 10,000 power. So it's similar to that of Pre-TV, but Pre-TV is only a one-time hit kind of thing. So 4 like this is an essential, especially if you want to add more fuel to that fire. Speaking of Pre-TV, we're playing 2 copies of Pre-TV for 2 reasons. 1, it costs you a Soul Blast, which you may have enough cards in your soul to spare, and it gives you 10,000 power when she does attack, but at the end of the battle that unit attacked, you can Counterblast 2 cards, I believe? Yep, Counterblast 2 cards and put this into your drop zone. And if your Vanguard has 4 or less cards in his or her disposal, you deal 1 damage to them. So, it adds more fuel to the fire without actually delaying an attack. Now, of course, we're playing 1 copy of Swayanbuh. I like playing 2 at first, but then when these new other arms cards come out, I think 1's just good for that search ability, and it's the main shield you want to have with you. So, that's why it stays. And when Swayanbuh ability is... Oh yeah, it costs you a Counterblast, by the way. Sorry for not mentioning that. Swayanbuh's ability is, it gives you Bavsargra 10,000 power when she's attacked. So it's an extra shield, and if it's actually like 50k more beat stick, you can play 2 Paramas or one Parama and one Flare Veil Dragon, just for the extra shield value, and that's all it's going to come with. Plus, with Adarla's ability is, if Swayanbuh is already in your graveyard, you can actually just... Oh, shut the fuck up. I don't want to talk to you right now. Shut up. Sorry, guys. If Swayanbuh is already in your graveyard, you can just call upon Adarla and it just sets it back on Bavsargra. So, it's a good little combo hit and miss right there. Now, I'm playing 2 copies of this one. This one's one of my personal favorites, and I live for this. 2 copies of Steel Blaze Gun Chandra. I've seen people only play 1 copy of this, but I can never say no to its ability. So it's a Soul Blast 1. Oh, so I'll just read for giggles. It's a Soul Blast 1, and when this unit armed with this card attacks, now here's a big cost, you guys. You counterblast 2 cards, and the arm unit gets +1 drive until the end of that battle. At the end of that battle, put this card in your drop. So it is a one-time thing you can use, just more like pre-TV. So you can use these 2 if you want in a combo lethal attack, while you can use these ones for like a normal attack. But this one here is, I'm living for the +1 drive, because Bavsargra does not have a cross right at the moment that does natural triple drives. So this drive check extra is a very good thing to have as well. And I'm living for it, you guys. I'm living for it. So you may have only 1 of these cards if you want, but I love to play 2 of these. I prefer to play 2, personally, just because of that ability alone. So, yes, that is the main reason why we have so many grade 3s in this deck, because this is all we're kind of working with. It's all mainly arms cards for her to use and abuse. A lot of those reasons. But anyways, you guys, that is the conclusion deck profile video for you guys of Steel Blaze Maiden Bavsargra. It's an updated file itself, and I'm going to consider this Star Power better than Planet Power. So she did get an upgrade called Star Power at the moment. So then next week we're going to start doing the Team Daybreak's deck profile videos with Dragveda, Greedon. Those are like the only 2 I could think of right now that actually has decks from Team Daybreak. Because Flagbird Dragon is technically not a Daybreak unit. It's from Team Fortuna. A girl was playing it in her match against Haruka, and she lost. And Haruka almost burned her team banner, which fucking sucked. But yeah, so that card alone is very neutral, but if you really think about it, it's not going to really hurt for her in that category as one of those neutral kind of decks. But yeah, anyways, you guys, that is the concluded deck profile video for Steel Blaze Maiden Bavsargra. I hope you guys did enjoy this video very much so. Leave a comment down below what you guys think about this. If you guys want some changes or adjustments, you know, whatnot. And if you guys do like the content I do create from the channels from the stuff I do create from, leave a comment down below and let me know what you guys think about this video. Until then, you guys, until next time, be sure to stay safe, make good choices, be healthy, and don't get into any fights or any of the drama. But yeah, I'm Siren Frost, signing out, guys.